In the recent February meeting, the US Federal Reserve just announced another rate hike by 25 basis points or 0.25%. And just when you thought your fixed deposits are going to get even higher, it didn't happen. So you see, in my last video on the fixed deposits of Singapore, I talk about one of the highest rates being 4.18%. That is by SIF, Sing Investments and Finance. But that offer, I think, is already over. And that was not even the highest because subsequently, RHB even launched a 4.28% per annum fixed deposit. If you went down to their newly reopened branch at Cecil Street, right, that is the main branch. And you know, I was even invited to grace that event. So we had some food, had some media people from the mainstream media. But you know, the offer has already ended by 31st January. So it's a pity. But next time, if there is any RHB promos, I'll let you guys know first. And you know, regarding this RHB 4.28% per annum fixed deposit, I didn't even really know about it until someone from my Telegram group shared that they are giving 4.28% per annum. So you see, most of these things, if you really do not want to miss out like I did, then maybe you have to join the Telegram group, which you can join at Honey Money SG, where we discuss the best deals and the credit card hacks. Anyway, in the latest news, if you have thought that the US Federal Reserve raised the interest rates, meaning that our fixed deposit rates will rise as well, then you cannot be more wrong, because other than not maintaining, it even dropped. Especially if you look at CIMB. CIMB, what happened to you? You used to be promoting like 4.15% per annum on your fixed D, you know. Now, you are the first one dropping the rates to 3.45 to 3.5%. Come on nah. So you see, your previous fixed deposit rates in my previous video for CIMB was 4.15%. Now it has dropped to 3.45%. Not even 4%. Straight away go to 3.45%. That is pathetic. And if you don't feel the impact, previously, if you were putting $100,000 of placement, you were getting $4,150. But now, if you put it in February onwards, you get $3,450. That is like a $700 difference, you know. But, you know, other than CIMB, the next one is SIF, Sing Investments and Finance, because in my previous video, they were the highest ones, giving 4.18% per annum. But now you see, their 12 months placement is only 3.95% per annum. But I think that is understandable because they already highlighted that the previous 4.18% was a limited time promotion period. So they were very clear on that. And 3.95% is not too far off from 4.18%. So at least it's still understandable, right? Not like CIMB straight away dropped to 3.45%, you know. So you see, if you were to place $100,000 of fixed deposit and previously you were getting 4.18%, so that would mean 4.18% times 100k, which you were getting $4,180, but now you are getting 3.95%, which means $3,950. So that's a relatively small difference of over $200. So you see, the trend of FD is like going downwards already, even though the Fed has already increased interest rates, because people already price in that the Fed may not be so hawkish. Maybe they will start to decrease interest rates by the end of the year, who knows. But what you really have to know is that FD rates are not the only one decreasing their prices. Even for new user sign-up gifts, once you miss the most attractive offer, the next time the offer may not come so nice. And that's the message from my sponsor. The good news is that Weibo has significantly reduced their deposit requirements to just a mere 100 Singapore dollars for Feb 2023. But I think you should deposit much more than that, because one of the requirements is that you need to buy a US stock of minimum $100, as well as buying one options contract, which you can follow through in this tutorial, where I show you how you can buy a SPY call option with close to $1 expense. Now, once you have fulfilled both of these requirements, you are entitled to $100 as long as you have not made any withdrawals for at least 30 days. To add on, if you want to stand a chance to win up to $1,888 worth of Apple fractional shares, then you have to subscribe to one mutual fund and hold it for at least 5 days via the Weibo app. And I'll show you how to navigate and do it, right? You could just follow this tutorial and this recording on how I did it. So you see, the maximum reward that you could receive for Weibo February is $1,988. So hurry up and use my referral link down below or scan the QR code right here to sign up for your Weibo account today. So you see, good times don't last. In order to seize the best offer, you have to act today. But I think one thing that never changed really was RHB fixed deposit rates. Because you see, from the time that I introduced RHB fixed deposits, they were already at 4.1% previously for 24 months, and subsequently 12 months you could get 4.1%. Now, they are still offering 4.1%, you know. So RHB may be the only one really maintaining their fixed deposit rates even until February today. You see, you get 4.1% for a 12 months placement, and that means if you place $100,000, you get $4,100 of interest by the end of 12 months. And if you were to calculate the interest per month, you take 4,100 divide by 12 and you will get $342 IPM, which is pretty good considering it as a passive income. So the previous few banks that I mentioned are all for 12 months fixed deposit placements. How about if you look at shorter term tenors? Are they offering like very good interest rates? Then I think it's not bad too as well. Let's start with the first one, which is OCBC. Because OCBC do have this 8 months time of fixed deposit rates, giving you 4.08%, provided you are an OCBC 360 account holder. So with $100,000 of fixed deposit placed over 8 months, you can calculate the effective interest by 100,000 multiplied by 4.08%, multiplied by 8, divided by 12. And you will get $2,720 at the end of 8 months. And if you were to calculate the interest per month, you just take 2,720 divided by 8 and you will get $340 IPM, which is not too bad, right? I think it's quite similar to RHB. RHB was 342, OCBC is 340, but OCBC has shorter tenor lah. The next bank is a new one because I never really recommended it before. It's HSBC. HSBC is giving you 7-month placement at 4% per annum. First time I see HSBC in a fixed deposit video. Finally, you made it to the 4% mark. So good job to you guys when other banks and financial institutions are decreasing their rates. So you see, for a 7 months placement, you just have to take $100,000 multiplied by 4%, multiplied by 7, divided by 12, and you get $2,333 at the end of 7 months. So if you were to calculate that interest per month, you take 2,333 divided by 7 and you get an effective interest of $333 IPM. Not bad, oh. HSBC finally got a 4% FD. But you see, the next bank is also offering a 4%, and that is from Bank of China, BOC. Now, instead of the 7 months, they have a 6 months placement period. So it's really perfect for those people who like short-term FD, like those for T-bills. You see, your recent T-bill, how much you're getting? 3.88%. How much is BOC offering you? 4%. And if you were to take $100,000 multiplied by 4%, multiplied by 6, divided by 12, you will get $2,000 over 6 months. And if you were to calculate the interest per month, that will be $2,000 divided by 6, you get $333 IPM. That is the same IPM as HSBC because both of them are 4% per annum. So don't bother and waste your time to apply for T-bills anymore. You see, right now your fixed deposits are already higher than the most recent T-bill auction at 3.88%. That's the auction result, right? Don't waste time there already. You see, your FD is already giving 4% and you still want to go for T-bill meh? You siao ah. Of course, that's for cash placement, but if you have CPF OA, then of course you can look at T-bills. But what about some other places to park your cash for higher interest? Then I think you have to look at the UOB One account because it has one of the least complicated terms and conditions, and yet it could get you 5% effective interest rate if you have a savings of $100,000. And I'll go through them in this video right here about UOB One.